PDX Podcast. This is our 50th show. This is your host, Everett.
This is Thomas.
Troy.
Troy is up, always in the mix doing something. So this show is a little bit different. We was going to try to do a little bit of a special one, so we might have some people, calling in a little bit later on. But we're going to keep the show rolling as normal. And so how we start all of our shows is basically let you know where to follow us at. So you can always follow us on our Facebook and YouTube page. They're exactly the same, Just Us PDX Podcast. The Instagram is just _us _PDX _podcast. We do have a TikTok page, and that is Just Us PDX Pod. And we're working on a few different things with that. If you guys ever have any questions or you want to be on the show, you have something you want to kind of add to it, please email us at justuspdx7@gmail.com. So how we used to do when we first started this podcast was that we kind of started with the hot topics. So that's what we're going to start with today. So the hot topics.
Oh yeah.
We're going to kind of start with the Super Bowl. Actually, no. Do that with next. We're gonna start with did y'all see the whole outrage with I think it wasn't yesterday's Laker game, the previous one with courtside Karen?
Oh yeah, with Braun?
Yeah. What y'all think about that?
Yeah. I thought it was funny.
Yeah, I thought it was.
It's always good to interact with fans, as long as they don't take it too far,
Yeah, I feel like every time you see a black person and a person of a different color, every time, like if they argue, everybody always think it's like something racial every fucking time. Like, always has like even though they don't like the media doesn't like say it, they always kind of like had this like racial undertone about everything. I was just like, oh my god,
they be trying to fish it. And what did he say to you?
Right. Or what did exactly? It's just like
please.
He was like, it's all good.
They'd be like, please say the N word, please say the N word, please say the N word.
Right. It's just like, god damn. Like, but it was just funny. It was cool to see that again. See that and it was cool to starting to see fans back in the
arenas,
in this, NBA arenas again. So yeah.
Man.
Yeah, there's a few places that like have that. Would y'all go to a game if it was open?
Hell yeah.
I'm thinking about it. Because like the weird thing was like, okay, I know certain states like have like they got specific openings or whatnot. But that's the first time you actually seen somebody with like courtside seats. Like everybody else was like the back back areas, but that was a little close for comfort. So I guess that's why it kind of sparked out, is because basically they was that damn close. They was right behind the bench. I don't even know what the dude said.
It's Atlanta. Atlanta haven't really closed during the whole time. So
they've been open.
Atlanta and Florida, they like two main wide open cities.
Georgia and Florida. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
those states is like shit, and we at it.
I thought about it because I heard people was talking about like on different podcasts and whatnot, and so what I didn't know is she was 25. Does she look 25 to y'all?
Nah.
No, she don't.
I thought she was like maybe like about our age.
Yeah.
That's what she looked like, and then they was like, yeah, she's with her husband. I mean, she had a point about like sticking up, for her husband and whatnot. But
No. You don't get into no stuff when it comes to men in sports. That's they two big grown ass men. Like dude was pretty big too. Braun's pretty big. They arguing, a lot of testosterone. You stay out of the way.
Some women do that though. Like it usually
would your wife do it?
Do what? I wouldn't be arguing with a fucking NBA player either.
She'd be like, baby, beat his ass.
I would say whatever I gotta say, but I ain't gonna be like going back and forth. Like I know what to say to certain people. Like the thing is, regardless of what was said, no NBA player is going to reenact Malice at the Palace again. Like it's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
No, you're right.
So I mean, it is what it is. It was funny. She got her little 15 seconds of fame, then game carried on. They got kicked out. So hey, waste of money.
And he was like, he didn't want. He was like, it wasn't worthy or it wasn't warranted to get kicked out. But
Well, I think it's because she took off her mask.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
And you can't. The only time you could take off your mask is when you're eating or drinking. So it's kind of like, which is kind of stupid, you know.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, she did. I think she did. Did she have her cup in her hand though?
I
think she did.
You ain't gotta get up.
I don't know. This shit weird.
All right, so
it's the NBA.
I totally forgot that Super Bowl was actually this Sunday. Now, none of our teams are in it.
Nope.
But we all, generally we pick somebody to go. So who y'all got?
I know who Troy ain't picking.
Speak for yourself, sir.
Hey! My team at least made playoffs.
Anyways, who are you picking? Who are you picking?
Go ahead, Troy. I want to hear your pick.
Oh, I'm going with Kansas City.
You going with KC?
Yeah.
How much you think they're gonna win by?
It'll probably be by a field goal.
You think a field goal?
Yep.
Okay,
what's your final score? What you got?
I got 31-34 Chiefs.
Ooh, okay.
That'd be a good one. What you got, Thomas?
Man,
actually, who you picking first?
That's a tough one. I've been going back and forth with it all week. You know, Mahomes is an agile quarterback. You know, Brady's a GOAT. You know, but I'm gonna have to go with the young bull. Like, they got to remember, Patrick he's a different breed, bro. You know, like, he can get out the pocket, he can scramble, he can run, he can pass. So I'm going with them, and to be honest, I think it's gonna come down to like a very last second attempt, and it ain't gonna be no field goal. It's gonna be a touchdown. So I'm gonna go with like 30-37, or 30-36, or 37. Either one.
Come on, man. Which one?
One of those things.
Either one. 37.
Yeah. So by a touchdown, pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
what about you, E?
Have they played it all like this year?
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure either.
I'm not sure about that. I didn't
watch all the games, but at the same time, I really don't think that I don't think they've even played yet or before, like, at all.
So you talking about Brady and Mahomes, or just those two teams?
Well, yeah, Brady and Mahomes, like, against each other.
Yeah, they played the AFC Championship 2 years ago.
Oh yeah, that was 2 years ago. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. But I mean, I'd say I got I'm not a Brady fan at all, you know. So being, I'm originally an Oakland fan.
Tough. I understand.
Yeah, we got bad blood with that. So, but I mean, I agree. Like, Brady he's the best quarterback. I mean, he's top quarterback. That's cool. Whatever. I'm gonna go with Kansas City, even though they are in our conference. I don't want Brady to get another ring. Let him play until he just can't win no more. Whether he make it or not, that's what's gonna have to be. I didn't really think of like a spread, how much I think they would actually win by. But if Kansas City plays the way they have been playing, I think they would actually win. I say by 2 touchdowns, or maybe a touchdown, bad by 10. I say touchdown and field goal. So they win by 10.
By 10.
I want to see them blow them out, like how Atlanta was doing them.
No, bro.
They couldn't make that comeback. That's what you don't want to see.
I hope not, man. Because I'm trying to see a good Super Bowl at least. I ain't trying to see no blowout. I'm trying to see a shootout.
That little light skinned nigga that off of looked like Darlene off of fucking Roseanne is gonna get busy, man. He gonna get busy, man. That nigga like Darlene off Roseanne. He's cold.
Like, now you think about it,
he really do.
I can't get it out of my head now, bro.
I'm gonna see that for the rest. As long as he playing, that's what I'm gonna see.
Nah, he's cold.
Oh my god.
What's up with the fellas, man? How y'all doing?
How you good? Hanging out. Yourself?
Man, I'm good, man. I'm at a 4-year-old birthday party right now, man. But everything's everything.
That's good.
Nice.
Yeah, and Sam is actually, I guess he can introduce himself. He's our special guest, and he's also the one of the newer members of the actual show. So, I mean, what you got?
Well, man, what's up, man? I'm Sam, born and raised Northeast Portland. Just happy to get opportunity to come rock with y'all, man. I've been checking out what y'all been doing. I've been trying to get into this space of creating content, man, controlling our narrative, controlling our media. And just excited, man, to get in where I fit in and see what I can do, what I can bring to the table. So, you know, seeing a lot of y'all around, know y'all. So it's love. Right. Everything's everything. How you been, though, Troy? You good?
I'm good, man. You?
Man, getting old, nigga, but I'm good.
All right.
Yeah.
Now, did any of y'all catch his little DJ party last night?
Oh, y'all got to pull up tonight, man. We doing it. So yeah. So for those that don't know, man, the nigga, man, I make a living and pay my bills, man, off of promotions and putting together concerts and comedy shows and parties and shit like that. And so y'all know, man, the COVID shut all that shit down. I had a huge concert, man. My first big one that I had funded was actually going to be April 3rd. And, you know, the world closed on March 16th. So, you know, took a little bit of elbow with that, but been trying to figure out. So I started watching Versus and shit, right?
Yeah.
And so Versus had us all in front of the TV, you know what I'm saying? Really. And when you look at it, you know, because I've been thinking about, I think like we make shit more complex than what it really is, right? We don't want to do certain stuff until everything is in order or, you know, it's looking a certain way. But I watched Versus, and Versus was one single camera shot, right? Because on fucking IG Live, it was one single camera shot, a DJ and a nigga with a mic, right? And we was tuned into that shit like it was some big ass production. So
yeah.
I just tried to figure out how to virtually for us to kick it, right? So since it's all being in the house, I created a virtual house party. So, man, I do this shit just like I would do in the club, set up in my house, you know what I'm saying? Faking like niggas got sections and we sending bottles. And, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? If Troy, like I see Troy name pop up, hey Troy, man, you right over there, nigga, right next to the JJ booth, bro, the third section, man, I got you, bro. We sending the bottle over.
Yeah.
And people really kind of, you know what I'm saying? People have really been biting into it and just listening to music and having an opportunity to just kick it in the crib. So
that's cool.
We actually gonna do it later tonight on Zoom. So everybody have their own shit, you know, we can see and toast it and do all that stuff. So just trying to get creative with this shit, man, because y'all ATK, they ain't gonna let us out the house for a minute, fam.
All right.
So
yeah, last night's was hella funny. I just happened to log on to Facebook and it was like Seeznin throwing a party. I was like, what the fuck is this nigga doing? So I clicked on it. He's sitting there. He got the whole background and everything, and I was like, all right, what's going? Because at the time, I think I was getting my son ready to go to bed. So let me just check this out real quick. He back here, he got the music going. He just like a real DJ. He's sitting there, got the towel around his head. And there's people making comments like, yo, we got a bottle back over here. And people, like, the comments was blowing up. Like, that, the funniest part was the actual comment. Because, like,
because they act like that's really in the club.
Yeah, people was like, it's like, hey, man, I'm on the outside. Come get through the side door or something. Like, bro, people was going in. It was hella funny.
I don't think. Hey, so one part y'all know Strick, right?
Yeah.
So Strick was like, hey man, tell whoever got the Ford Focus, man, license plate ABC 123, they about to get towed. I cut the music off. It's like, hey man, whoever driving the Focus, and some girl on there was like, oh my God, that's my car. I'm about to go get it. So yeah, it was really it was fun, man. It was fun. So
yeah, it's a real creative space. So
yeah,
I mean, it's something, you know, that's something. You're doing it on Zoom this time, right?
Yeah, so we're gonna Zoom it tonight.
Okay.
Because I've been paying for this fucking certified Zoom for like a year and a half, bro, and they never used it.
I'm gonna put it to use.
Yeah, I think I can get
that's what we doing it right on Zoom now.
Yeah, so I think I get like 150 people on that shit. So last night, bro, we had total of like 1,500 views just on those little shit. So yeah, we're gonna do that and toast up, and you know what I'm saying. Some chicks that laid their outfits out. You know what I'm saying, on Facebook. They got the outfit they wearing to the party tonight. So it's gonna be fun, man.
That's gonna be what's up. So we're gonna go ahead and get into our first little topic here. And the first one we was talking about was what's this dude? Is this Jason Wheeler? That his first name? His first name Jason?
Oh
Jason who?
man, his first name is my bad. Chad.
I did
Uh,
Chad Wheeler.
Chad
Oh, the white
Willard.
boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, the woman beater. And so I mean, if you don't know about it, I mean everybody should kind of know about this story by now. But basically, uh Chad was what position was he? I never looked that one up.
He's a
You said
lineman.
what?
He's a lineman. He's a
Yeah,
lineman.
he's a lineman.
Lineman.
He was a lineman.
Okay. So yeah, he was a lineman on the Seahawks. And January 22nd, he attempted to make his then girlfriend Aaliyah bow down to him. She refused, and then he lost control, and he basically beat her and nearly choked her to death. And so when that happened, or after it happened, she essentially, he went back to doing whatever he was doing. Because when she woke up, he looked over at her and was like, he's like, "Wow, you're alive." So like, he essentially was trying to kill her. And they, when the people say they he had a manic attack and he was off his meds and stuff like that, yes, that definitely can happen. But at the same time, it's like you still kind of know what you're doing. I don't know how these manic attacks actually work, like what's the ramifications of it. But at the same time, it's like there's still no excuse. Whether you was on your meds, off your meds, like there's still no excuse for for doing something like that. And so she ran to the bathroom. She called the police. They got there a few hours later, and according to the story, it took 3 police officers, kept tasing him, and tried to grab his feet, grab his arm, one grab his head. This is a big dude, NFL player. These motherfuckers are strong as shit. So they probably had the 3 smallest police officers. They didn't, you can't really tell how big they were, but at the same time, their story says it was 3 of them. They all jumped on him, and he started to basically push up off the ground when there was all 3 of them laying on him, and the taser didn't really affect him. So after a while, I guess I don't know I guess just laying on him long enough, they finally was able to subdue him, and they had to cuff him with 2 pair of handcuffs, and from there, basically, that's where they finally got her. He went to jail, but he got out on the $400,000 bail. And in the story, it says she doesn't feel safe as long as he's out. So until he's behind bars for good or whatever, she doesn't feel safe. And he pled not guilty when he was the first time he was in there. The next time they say he's actually going is on February 11th, and he says after he came to, probably got back on his meds, he was planning to step away from the game, go get help, and seek help for his issue or whatnot. So if he's charged, they say he'll get 12 years. So
8 to 12.
Yeah, so I guess 12 be the max. But what y'all think?
Well, I heard that he had a history of this, not necessarily towards black women, but just to women in general. From what I read, right? I don't know if y'all heard that, but my thing is, I look at it this way. Yeah, I feel sorry for what she had to go through, but if it was the other way around and it was a black dude messing with a white girl, and then something happened to the black dude, everybody would be like, "Oh, that's what they get for fucking with them white girls." You know what I mean? And so it's like accountability here, with your decision making as well, and knowing who you're around, and you know what I mean. And no, I'm not saying that that should have happened to her or anything, but the reason why I say that from the beginning is because I listened to like a lot of videos, people's opinions surrounding that, and it seems like black men got blamed for this, us being able to protect our women and whatnot. But that's why I'm saying, like, well, first of all, she got brothers, like, like, you know what I mean? They gotta handle that shit internally.
Dads.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's an internal thing. Because
it became like a huge like umbrella as far as like, oh, black men don't protect their women or protect black women. I'm just like, how did this become
about us?
Yeah, about us. I'm like, whatever, but that's my first thoughts on it. What y'all think?
If I speak on it, man, black folks know white people crazy. Like, we know that. Like, so, what bothered me about the whole situation is when you're dealing with white athletes and white men and white people, they have the privilege of being manic depressive, right? They have the privilege of doing some shit and then being able to blame it on mental illness. They also have the privilege of having the opportunity to be arrested, right? Imagine if that was Orlando Pace, right? A big 6'7", 330-pound black man that just whooped on a little white girl, made her bow, killed her, you know what I'm saying? At least thought he did, finished a smoothie, let her get up. Do you think that they would have came there and arrested him because 3 of them couldn't do nothing with him, right? You tase him till he can't be tased no more. At no point was he pepper sprayed or popped, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, but I seen exactly what you saw as well, Troy. And I think that what happens a lot of times is niggas end up getting blamed for everything, right? That because she wasn't with a black dude, or because why was he able to do this? Because her, come on, man. That white boy was 6'7", 330 pounds, man. If she had a brother, what was her brother gonna do?
Shoot that nigga.
Besides kill him.
That's the only thing you can do. If you ain't as big as him.
And then kill him, and then what, right? So then you go to jail, and she feel bad because that's not, I didn't want you to do that. You know what I'm saying? I'm a nigga that went over and beat up some niggas for my cousins before. And then came back to the barbecue a couple weeks later, and this nigga's back. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, yeah, I think it's unfortunate, but I also believe, man, if we watch even with this insurrection shit, man, them white boys that was getting arrested had black wives, right?
Mm-hmm.
Ain't no leader of the Black Panthers got no white wife. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's some stuff that we need to address with that. Well, first and foremost, that young lady didn't deserve none of that shit. But
definitely,
we know white people stupid. So why are we even, you know what I'm saying, involving ourselves in that type of bullshit? In my opinion.
So would y'all say that, because this happens like all the time. So anything that it's usually when it's like this type of predicament. So it's usually a white male, black woman, and then it always turns around with, okay, black men they're not protecting black women. And so like we was just saying, you know, there's a certain point of accountability that comes in, you know, to that woman.
right?
And so when we get put in these, you know, particular circumstances, it's like, what else can we actually do about it? So what would y'all say is like something we should actually look into doing? Because
we can't do nothing about this. Like, bro, that's her love life. So we gotta be in her business, and you know that's something like Troy said that needs to get taken care of internally. That's her cousins, her brothers, you know, her dad.
Her dad, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, this is none of our business. If check this out, if she would have been just a regular woman that got beat by a white guy, we would never
by a regular white guy,
yeah, we would have never been like, oh, they wouldn't have been like, oh, we need to protect our you know, you guys don't protect us. Like what? Like that just doesn't make sense. How something that her preference and her personal business comes back to us, and how we don't protect our
Yeah, just like they said, bro.
It doesn't make sense.
That's internal, man.
Yeah, that's internal. That's something that needs to get discussed with the family. Like, if anything, she should have reached out to like somebody close or a cousin or something. Like, hey, I'm having trouble at home. He put his hands on me. They would have went around with the proper steps to address the issue and address the problem. That could have happened. But you know, if this is my question is this: has it happened multiple times before?
Yeah.
And if it has, why have you stuck around with this guy that physically beat
probably that moolah?
I'm telling you, bro. Living that life.
And at the same time, man, you definitely don't want to get into a space, man. And I don't want anybody that's going to watch this to think the niggas is victim blaming, because it's not that at all.
No,
but
never.
At the same time, this ain't on the black community, and it's not on black men, and it's not a situation of, now if 3 black cops would have showed up and wrestled with that white boy and did all that and didn't do nothing to him, then we could have said something, right? But even, you know, with us having, I got a sister, man, and I got cousins, and it's sticky, bro, getting involved in somebody's love life, right?
Yeah.
because I've seen a situation where, you know, a man put himself in a situation to protect his sister. It didn't go his way, right? He dies. Sister still fuck with the nigga that's in jail. You get what I'm saying? So I really don't believe with me, man. If it ain't my mama or my sister, man, and with that, it's a one-time thing. I'm coming through, nigga, a wrecking ball. And then if you go back to that after that, man, that's not on me.
That's you. That's on you.
I think with her, of course, it was money involved. I also believe that black women that deal with white dudes like that don't like us anyway. So it's very unfortunate. She didn't deserve it. It wasn't on her. It's not her thing. But to try to tie that back to, you know, a whole community and race of men, it's some wild shit. Because we don't do that with nobody else. We don't do that with nobody else. You know what I'm saying? A nigga hop on a white girl. It ain't like white men don't protect white women. You know what I'm saying? So that's my take on that.
Yeah.
All right. So real quick, we're going to go ahead and do our Black Business Minute. And I know, Sam, you probably don't know what the Black Business Minute is too well, but it's basically where we kind of take a spot in the show and shout out, you know, a black business, regardless of where they're physically at. We just shouting out black businesses, putting people on, let them know about them and whatnot, how to find them, what services they offer and things like that. So this week we have a new one. It's actually COBA. They're teaching financial literacy. They have a few different things, but it's two young ladies. They're basically checking out how to help people learn to build financial stability. They have a podcast every Monday on Apple Podcasts, Google, Spotify.